Hello everyone and welcome. It's Shanna. So glad you're here. Now today's video is part of a hop for Not Too Shabby, and there is a giveaway link in the description box below, and you have a chance to win a $25 gift card from Not Too Shabby. So we're working with the sweet little cuties, and we've got the ephemera set that goes with it. Super, super sweet. And I've also got the paper pad Wild Strawberry Meadows, and it is gorgeous, and it's got some cut aparts that are included with this paper pad. And then we have also got a clear stamp set that is super cute as well. And we're going to do some stamping, and we're going to do some coloring on this video, and we're going to put together some cards. So I've already stamped up some of our images and a couple of our sentiments, and we're just going to get to coloring on here. I'm going to do some very simple coloring, and we're going to put together 3 cards on today's video. And we've got a little mouse with a little strawberry. We've got a hello sweet friend scene, and we've got a little bunny that is having a little tea party on a blanket, or not a tea party, I guess an orange juice party. And we're just going to get this all colored up, and we're going to be using a lot of our pattern paper. We are going to layer upon layer upon layer for our cards with our pattern paper. We're going to make them most of our pattern paper sets and bring in a lot of different pieces of it and create 3 really cute and unique cards. So I'm just very simply coloring this. We're not doing any shading or any highlighting or anything like that. I'm using one color to color each of the elements. And my little mouse is on the top of the screen there, and I kind of cut him off, but you'll get to see the finished result on our cards. So just laying down a bunch of color and keeping it nice and simple and just coloring everything in. I'm using Copic markers and just trying to get some good color in. So that'll pretty much finish up our coloring. I'm going to go off camera, and I've used some of my just nested dies. You can use any nested dies you've got, and to cut them out. I didn't want a fussy cut, and so I just grabbed some of my nested dies and die cut my images out. And here I'm going to bring in just a whole bunch of pieces of our pattern paper. We've got an A2 size panel here. I've got an A2 size top folding card, and I'm just going to get it laid down on my card base. In addition to this, I've got several strips from other cards that I've made with the pattern paper. I love this light green, like the mint green and the pink. It's just gorgeous. And we're just going to layer these strips up on here and just really show off our pattern paper. And you can see both sides of the pattern paper are equally as beautiful. And fortunately, you get multiple pieces of each one so that you can use the various colors on the front and the back. And if you cut them down and you keep your strips, you can just make lots and lots of different designs. So here I'm just showcasing the pattern paper, just kind of creating some interest there. And I'm just going to lay our little Hello Sweet Friend sentiment down in the circle, and that's going to finish off this first card. Super fun. Now our first 2 cards are with strawberry, and I'm saving the best for the last, which is the 3rd card, which is going to be working with the oranges. So here I've got the little mouse and a little strawberry, and again, we're just going to layer upon layer upon layer, and I just use some nesting dies, just anything that you have, and you don't necessarily need dies. You could cut down, smaller panels. You could just use your trimmer and just kind of trim down. You could do 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, 3 3/4 by 5, and just step down and just layer them up however you want. I chose to use dies just to make it simple, and I'm just going to continue layering. So this is an A2 size panel here, and we're going to get it laid down on there, and then I'm going to bring in some vellum and another layer of pattern paper, and I've got a top folding card here. And I've got a vellum that I've cut a smaller rectangle out of, and I'm going to layer it behind this. We're just using our scraps. And then I'll bring that rectangle vellum in, and I'll lay it down on here, and it will be the landing zone for our little focal point. And I'm struggling to get this laid down, so I'm going to line it up on my card base and square it all up so we have a nice little frame around there. Then we'll lift it up And we'll put some glue on the back and get it laid down. And it'll be super cute. And it just kind of, the strawberry paper is kind of busy, so the polka dot kind of helps tone it down a little bit and still have some of those strawberries peeking behind with the vellum layer over it. And we're just going to lay this down on here as well. I'm going to get it lined up. And then we'll get it laid down, and it will be our focal point. And we've already got our Hello Cutie on there, so we've already got our sentiment. And it just makes for a fast and cute card with just lots of layers. Very fun. And it's not too bulky to mail either. Now this one's my favorite. Again, I just brought in some nested dies, and we've got our little bunny scene. I took and die cut out an oval out of this, and then I took and embossed it with just any embossing folder you've got in your stash. If you don't have an embossing folder, you can take your Score Buddy and your score tool and create some lines for some embossed detail on your card. I'm just going to lay this little scallop panel down, and we're just going to start layering up some more layers. And this is going to be our orange card. And I would say it is super cute. I've got another piece of vellum I'm going to layer this on. And we'll just get that lined up on there. Just pressing the glue down. And I'm going to layer this up. And I've got some additional elements off to the side. We're going to get our bunny laid down on. We're going to bring in a couple of pieces of our ephemera from this set. And we'll get it laid down on there. And then I've got a sentiment and an orange, and we're going to put that on the inside of our card. So this is a hop, and there is a link to the hop in the description box, and you can click on that link and follow along and check out all the different designers and see what they're creating with the Not Too Shabby product. And I think you'll find some inspiration, and you'll want to be sure and fill out that giveaway prize link for a chance to win a $25 gift card. So I hope you like the cards. I think they turned out super cute. If you like them, I just ask that you might consider hitting that like button. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.